Hello friends, welcome back to the shop. Today is Sunday, December 2nd, and it's an amazing day here in southeastern Pennsylvania. The temperature is 57 degrees, which is remarkable for this time of year, 57 Fahrenheit. But it's raining, and it's just annoying because I've been waiting for a day where it wasn't raining and it was warm enough that I could actually go out and do some yard work and take care of some leaves that we haven't gotten to yet and stuff like that. And it just, every chance I get, it rains. And today would have been the perfect day if it wasn't for the rain. Such is life. I hope you're all doing well. I know it's a lot colder in some other places, and it's a lot warmer in some other places. So today, I am enjoying a bowl of sugar barrel, and I am smoking that in the Aldo Velani pipe that you saw in my last restoration series. And the repair has held up perfectly. Let me see if I can kind of give you a better view of that. There's been absolutely no issues with it. It's smoking very nicely. I have smoked this, so I finished that series probably about a week before Thanksgiving, and I've been smoking this pretty heavily for maybe 2 weeks now. Basically once a day. I might have missed a couple of days in there when I was away for Thanksgiving. I wasn't smoking it, but it's got to have had a good 15 to 20 bowls through it at this point, and it's working very well. I really enjoyed that series because it was such a challenge, and that's one of the things that I'm trying to share with you now on the channel is the unique restorations, the real challenges. There's only so many times you can watch me clean a pipe, and I appreciate that there's folks out there that enjoy watching it, but I don't feel right just continuing to make videos of the same thing over and over again. So I look for either new things that I haven't shown before. So for example, plugging the burnout in this pipe, or fixing the burnout in the Bing's Favorite that I did a while back, or very extreme things like maybe well, I guess a burnout through the bowl was an extreme thing, but a cracked shank or something like that I haven't addressed before, or pipes that are just historically interesting or have an interesting story behind them. But I'm not going to do a lot more reaming a grabo, things like that. They're great pipes, and I enjoy doing the work, but I just don't think it's worthy of the video time. So the important thing here is that the pipe mortar is behaving very well. I noticed something interesting on this one. The mortar really, it works well. It's hard enough to, it's much harder than pipe mud. You still have to treat it a bit gently at first, but it's not as easily broken up as pipe mud is. But it likes to build cake. Cake forms very quickly on it, and I actually found that there was too much cake building on this one, so I went in and sanded it out a bit, and then I actually applied a thin coating of pipe mortar to the entire inside of the bowl just to give it a uniform surface to build that cake on, and that seems to have done the trick. So the bowl coating that I used just wasn't building cake as quickly as the pipe mortar, and there was a bit of an imbalance there. But it's working out great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together a video, and I'm not sure when, hopefully sometime in the next couple of weeks, where I tell you what the pipe mortar is, show you how to make it yourself, show you how to apply it. I'll probably do a corn cob just to show you how to just like you would pipe mud the cob, how to pipe mortar the cob. And I'll also show that thinned out bowl coating thing that I did. I think it's going to be a useful tool for you guys that are repairing pipes or modding cobs. At least I hope so. And the best way to know that, I've tried it as much as I can in the short amount of time. So either I keep it a secret for the next 5 years and test it as much as possible, or I give it out to all of you guys to test. And all I ask is that you give honest feedback. If you use it and it works, let us know. If you use it and it doesn't work, let us know, because I don't want people relying on something that's not going to give them a quality repair. So far, pipe motor is a success. So I missed you last week, and I apologize for that. I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving holiday. As I mentioned, we went to Pittsburgh for Thanksgiving and spent it with my wife's family, and that was very nice. Really enjoyed seeing them all. And yeah, had a good time. We came back on Friday, and my plan was to make a video on Sunday as usual. Saturday was pretty much a normal day, and Saturday night I started to feel just not quite normal, but I thought I was just tired, and I went to bed. Woke up on Sunday feeling okay, put a pot of coffee on, and by the time the coffee was ready, I was as sick as a dog. I don't know what I had. I don't know if it was food poisoning or if it was a virus, but I felt very feverish. I never ran a fever, but I felt feverish, chills and all that kind of stuff, and nauseated beyond belief. I mean, I couldn't even think about food for the whole day. Went to bed that night. Well, I went to bed that day. I actually don't remember very much of last Sunday. I was sleeping off and on throughout the whole day. Slept through the night. Had an early meeting on Monday that I had to go to. I had no way of calling in sick for this. It was too critical and had to be done at that time. And got through that, and I was feeling fine on Monday, and just kind of pushed through the week. It was a very busy week, but I've continued to be just very tired, and I don't think I've had a chance to really recuperate yet. So I kind of took it easy yesterday, did a little bit of work here in the shop, and actually, was it Friday night? Yeah, I think Friday night I came down here for a while, and that was the first time I've been down here since the last video that I made. So I'm way behind on my pipe work, and fortunately I've got some very patient customers, and I do appreciate that. This sugar barrel is so good. By the way, thank you, Rick. My friend Rick was able to get a tub of this for me, and I greatly appreciate his willingness to do that. That's the tub that's behind me. You might not be able to see it now. Oh, here it is. It's not just there for show. It does get smoked. And it's a delicious blend. It's a real shame that it's not made anymore, but such is life. And yes, I know there are matches, and yes, the matches are perfectly fine, but they're not sugar barrel. They're just not. And that's okay. When all the sugar barrels go on, there's plenty of other things to enjoy. So shop news. I wanted to give you a bit of an update on my plans for the remainder of this year. And right now I've got a set of 6 pipes that I'm working on for a customer that I'm hoping that I'm going to either finish up today or early next week, Monday or Tuesday. And then I've got another set of 6 pipes that are still in the box. I haven't opened the box yet, from another customer. I've been in touch with him, and I've asked if he would mind if I delayed the start on those for a while, because what I think I'm going to do is, after I finish up this set, I'm going to send them out, and then I'm going to shut down the shop for a little while. I've got a lot of projects that are non-pipe related projects that I have to get completed. I've got a mess down here that you would not believe, because I've just been working full out or not been able to be down here, so I really haven't had a lot of time to clean and organize. And I am seriously considering a complete shop reorganization, building some new benches, and actually setting up to do some pipe carving. So don't know how that's going to pan out, but I'll certainly take you along for the ride and let you peek in and see how things are coming as time goes on. So I'm on vacation from the 15th of December until the end of the year, and I'm hoping to use a lot of that time down here to move some equipment, build some new benches, things like that. We'll see how it works out. So what that means is that you're not going to be getting a lot of shop videos from me. I'll try to continue to do the weekend updates. The backdrop might change a bit because I'm moving things around, but I'll try to continue to do those. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I've got some, probably pipe dream ideas, ideas about what I'd like to do down here, and I've been thinking about it for years. I'd really like to put in a finishing room for, not for pipes, but for other woodworking projects and for fly rods and things like that. And I was thinking, if I had a finishing room, it would only be used occasionally, so maybe I could use it for other things, maybe a fly tying room, maybe put a fan in the ceiling that vents outside and turn it into a cigar smoking room. My wife would appreciate that. And maybe even set up to do video editing and things like that. Maybe even do these videos from there. But that's probably not going to happen this year. What I definitely want to happen, though, is to build a new set of benches along the wall that I'm looking at right now. Move my metal lathe over there, because my metal lathe right now is occupying half of my woodworking bench, and that's not good because I can't do any woodworking. And maybe set up more dedicated pipe space, because right now the pipe stuff has basically taken over for the woodworking. And while I don't mind that because I really enjoy doing the pipe work, I do occasionally like to do some woodworking, and it would be nice to be able to kind of separate those two things a bit. Anyway, like I said, I'll take you along for the ride as much as I can, and certainly when it's done, I'll give you a little tour and show you around the shop. I don't think I've ever done that, usually probably because it's always such a mess down here that I don't want to do it. But hopefully after that reorganization, it'll be a bit neater, and I can show you what we got here. Beyond that, it seems like there was something else I wanted to talk about today, but it's completely slipped my mind. It's later in the day than I usually make these videos, primarily because, as I said, I've just been really tired. And, normally I wake up at 6 o'clock, whether there's an alarm or not, and, it's just the way I am. Switch goes off and I'm awake. This past week, it's been really tough getting out of bed, and this morning I just kind of was a vegetable until about 10 o'clock. And I've got lots of other stuff that I gotta do today, just household chores and things like that. So, sorry if this is a bit rambly, but the main thing I wanted to do was to let you know that this is really working out well. And it's it's a good pipe. It's as I said in the videos, I don't know much about Aldo Velani other than it's Italian made. I have to say the bit is not super comfortable. It's acrylic and it's a bit too thick in my opinion. But it's odd. It's too thick to be comfortable, but when I clench it, I can actually feel the acrylic flex a little bit. So I'm afraid that it's going to crack. So I try not to clench it very hard. But yeah, it's been, sorry, too much smoke there. It's been smoking beautifully. So a nice successful restoration. Pipe that almost certainly would have wound up in the trash can if I hadn't intervened. So I'm happy about that. So once again, I really hope you all had a great Thanksgiving and that you're looking forward to some good holiday times in the weeks ahead. I know some of you guys have to work right through the end of the year, but I'm sure many of you, like me, take some vacation around this time. If so, let us know what your plans are. I'd love to know what you folks are all doing and how you're planning to spend the holidays, if you celebrate them. If you don't, it must be difficult because everybody else is going crazy about this stuff that you don't care about. So be curious if there's anybody out there that just doesn't do Christmas or whatever holiday you might consider to be the big one. How does this time of year make you feel? Just a curiosity. At any rate, guys, I am really starting to ramble now, so I'm going to let you go and enjoy your Sunday and enjoy the week ahead. So until we speak again, I will look forward to talking to you all again very soon. Goodbye now.